Zane's back now. We're having a back-to-work forecast here, and looks like a little warmer and a little wetter.
A little wetter, yeah. I mean, wet is kind of the theme here the last week or so. We've got some more rainfall coming your direction and possibly some storms as well, too. In the meantime, tomorrow, we're going to be talking about more warmth. Yeah, a lot of us jumped up a little bit today to the 70-degree mark. We're going to go higher, though, as we head into your Monday. A little bit of a breeze still. Same stuff we had today, just without the rain. So we're aiming for 80 degrees tomorrow. Storm possibilities highest this week, Tuesday and Wednesday, at least for the first few days of this week. Longer range, we're looking forward to also Friday, some thunderstorms here by the end of the work week as well. So active weather, lots of stuff to talk about here. Before we go any further, we had a lot to talk about up in Sheridan this past Thursday. I want to show off some of the kids at Peyton Sheridan. We talked to the kindergarten through 5th grade classes up there back last week. Got in and got all sorts of learning questions done. Went out and saw the KCCI Storm Chaser, looked inside before we got some of that rainfall that started to move in last Thursday too. So thank you to those folks for inviting me up. Now, no chance of some storms up in Greene County here tomorrow. In fact, most of Iowa, no chance of some storms. The SPC outlook from down in Norman, Oklahoma, still technically level 2 risk across the northern part of the state. More likely, any storms are going to be up this direction into that level 3 enhanced risk colored in orange across northern Wisconsin and central Minnesota late Monday afternoon, tomorrow afternoon, and into the evening. That's probably where most storms are going to stay, and that's definitely where most storms are going to be severe. Less so here locally. Now, Tuesday, there is a better chance, I think, of having some storms, and if those storms can form, they could be severe. Afternoon and evening, it's clustered across mainly central and eastern parts of Iowa. Right now to level 2 risk. Could be level 3, but I think there's still questions of how widespread storms will be. Definitely a hail threat if we can get storms forming, and then depending exactly where storms are in relation to a front, maybe a tornado or two. Here's kind of the features we're looking at for the next couple of days. A warm front's going to surge northward through the day tomorrow. By the evening hours, notice where it is. Not in Iowa, it's up north in Minnesota, and that's where storms are most likely to form. The other boundary that could trigger storms, it's still way out to the west tomorrow evening coming out of Nebraska. So we don't really have any obvious triggers to get storms to fire on our Monday. Tuesday then, that boundary will sag into the state, and then it's kind of along the front and to the south and east, which is our zone to watch to see if storms can form, but it's a question of just how many we'll have. By the way, Wednesday too, a little farther out, a little less certain, but a day to watch as low pressure comes into the state, and we could have some more thunderstorms, although we got to figure out exactly when they'll be going. If they get going in central Iowa and then race eastward and they're not really a problem for us, or that sort of a thing. So first few days of the week, keep an eye out because each day's forecast is going to sort of change depending on what happens the day before. Kind of a little domino effect here this week. So right now, not much going on. We pushed that rain out of here a little bit earlier this evening. Clouds will follow, although we will fill in our skies with a few more low-level clouds as we head towards tomorrow morning. Kind of a warm morning, a little bit grayish skies out there. Notice as we head through the afternoon, brisk south to southwest winds. Clouds don't really go away, but our temperatures still go up. Winds will be noticeable too. Gusts out of the south to southwest around the 30-mile-per-hour mark. So breezy, but not as windy as today was. Skies just aren't able to fire, though, any storms. Kind of a smothering warm layer overhead here is what we'll have through the day. And it'll be warm. Temperatures up around 80. Notice, remember earlier, our warm fronts up to the north. That cold front out to the west. Tomorrow evening, maybe after the sun goes down, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, tries to fire up some storms way in northwest Iowa, although I think the chance of storms here locally in most of central Iowa is very, very slim. So you're going to go through most of your Monday pretty much dry. We've only put about a 20% chance of an evening storm in there. Higher chance of storms Tuesday. We talked about that. Wednesday, also some storms possible. Both those days could be severe weather. It's what we would call conditional, though. A lot of things have to go right. But overall, it's a warm week ahead. 80s and 70s each day. No chance of rain Thursday right now. And then another front sweeps through Friday. That'll bring us a few more storms. Severe weather possible. It's a little far out to know for sure. We will be cooling down, though. By the weekend, we're back down to 50s.